We are back from international duty with a bang as we look ahead to the big clash on Sunday against current champions of the Premier League, Manchester United. I spoke to Marky about the ups and downs of the past week and going head to head with David Moyes.
Iceland did really well to get to the qualifying stages. Weren't really expected to get to the playoff position, but did, and forced herself to the top of the group at one point. But it was always going to be a tough game in Croatia. I played there myself against Croatia Zagreb in the same stadium, and it's an intense atmosphere. I'm sure he's disappointed this morning at not going to Brazil, but the Iceland team have certainly progressed, and they're a young group, and for the future they should, it should be good for them.
On the flip side then, it's been a vote of confidence for the other players, particularly Marshall. I mean, he's had a great season so far in the league, and he's had his second consecutive start for Scotland.
Well, I'd say he's 2.5 years here, his progression, and one of the challenges last year was to get back into the squad. In the last couple of games he's been involved in, he's shown Gordon Strachan exactly what he can do. There's a calmness to him, he makes big saves, but the biggest thing is that there's a defence in front of him that can trust the goalkeeper behind them, and there's a calmness that when you do play in defence and you've got a goalkeeper like that behind you, there's a certain level of trust develops. And he's done really well, and he's got another clean sheet, and he's playing really well in the Premier League right now.
And not just the senior boys who have done well, 6 of the younger boys were called up as well for international.
Yeah, and it's something that we're developing here in terms of our younger squads, and hoping to put a long-term plan in place here that means that there is that conveyor belt starting to evolve again. It's been too long since young players were coming through the club on a regular basis, and it's something that we've been trying to achieve now over the last 2 years. And we're at a point where there's as you said yourself, 6 of the youngsters are now playing international football, so long may that continue.
Now looking ahead to the weekend, you've proved you can do it against Man City, Swansea, you've proved you can perform under the pressure and against the big teams. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, relishing it. Under no illusions as to the task at hand with Manchester United, one of the best teams in Europe. But really looking forward to them coming to Cardiff City Stadium, as should all our fans. These are the days that you go into the Premier League for, and test yourself against the best, and we're certainly coming up against that at the weekend.
I know he's a friend of yours, but part of you a little bit gutted that you're not going to be facing Sir Alex on the sideline? That
would have been great, but it's Manchester United, and it's David Moyes, who's a top manager, and someone who I've got great respect for. And he's a Scotsman, so that'll be all right.
It's always a bonus.
It's always a bonus.
Gary performed really well against Germany the other day in England-Chile game. Is that a vote of confidence for you too, that you do have players who can match the likes of the United squad?
I've got a firm belief that going into this season we had a squad that was capable of competing in the league, but we have got 1 or 2 who are, as I say, we tried to bring in that were that believed they could play at the top level, and believed that they should be international footballers and comfortable at this level, and Gary's one of them. And he was excellent against England on Friday night, excellent, and his reading the game was superb. And he's going to the World Cup, and he's someone that believes he should be playing at this level, and it's great for him that he's playing with us in this league. It's new experiences for him, and he's learning all the time. And it's good for the football club that we've got players of that ability.
The stadium's always been bouncing so far this season. How important is it again going to be for them to be the 12th man?
Yeah, I mean, our fans, I just want them to enjoy every bit of Cardiff City's first season in the Premier League, and it's something that I want them to show that the world what an atmosphere there is at our stadium. It's one of these things that we've just got to keep progressing and make sure that our standard of our stadium and the atmosphere is the way that it's been for the last year and a half, 2 years.
As part of the Barclays Premier League Thank You Are Football scheme, Ben Turner surprised Lansdowne Primary School teacher Mel Hopkins with a signed shirt and tickets to the upcoming game against West Brom. Ben told us about the afternoon.
So the Barclays wanted to kind of reward people who are going the extra mile, and we're here today to thank Mel for the efforts that he's made at this school. From what I've heard, he goes the extra mile and puts a lot of effort in with the children, kind of on his own time, and we're here to thank him for that. I remember from my school days, the teachers that I remember are the ones that put in the extra effort and kind of went that extra mile to kind of help you fulfil your potential. And from what everyone's saying, Mal's one of those guys, and them kind of people, they're few and far between, and he deserves thanking.
Another whopping win for the women's team, who beat Port Talbot Ladies 6-0 in the FAW Cup and so progress on to the next round. The Community and Education Foundation hosted a girls-only futsal tournament last Friday to further increase the participation in futsal amongst women. And in more futsal news, our Scholars beat Northampton Town 6-3 in the Soccer AM Cup. Look out for Match of the Day 2 this coming Sunday as Craig Bellamy unveiled our new Wall of Honour in celebration of our Club Goal of the Month winners at the House of Sport 2. And the gaffer went along to Stacey Road Primary School last week to unveil a plaque in reflection of Fred Keener's achievements. Having made the most saves in the Premier League so far this season, David Marshall spoke about the change in standards and just how fast goalkeepers can go from zero to hero.
It is difficult being a goalkeeper. I think you say maybe go from 0 to hero in 2 games, but I think you can go from 0 to hero in 2 minutes. But we know what comes with the job. I mean, the gaffer here has been brilliant with myself. He understands that you're going to make mistakes and goals. But if you get a strong manager behind you who believes in you, it's a big help. But you've just got to keep your confidence up. I mean, you're going to get setbacks, especially in this league. As a promoted club, as I say, you're going to have a lot more to do than we did last year. So the mistakes are going to come, but hopefully you can keep them to a bare minimum. Help your team pick up as many points as you can. As I say, you know what comes with the job. You're going to be obviously get under scrutiny if you make mistakes, but hopefully you can, as I say, just keep them low.
Ever wondered how one of the best ever football managers kept his young players in check?
The manager, Sir Alex, when he was there, used to all the young lads, bring them in on the first day. He talked to them about, you know, how the club runs and what he expects from us professionals. And right at the end of the meeting, he said, picked out me as our phrase, just go to that cupboard and get the box out. So I got this box out, give it to him, and he pulled out a massive sword. I said, if any of you misbehave,
Oh my God,
I'll have to get the sword out.
Have you ever used it?
I don't think so.
I'm here with Stephen Corker at the House of Sport today for the launch of the new Puma King boot. He's certainly a man who's no stranger to the wrath of the Red Devils, and I spoke to him ahead of this Sunday's big clash against Man United.
Stephen, you proved yourself against the likes of Man City, and obviously with the derby you impressed there, so you can handle big teams. How are you looking forward to Sunday?
Yeah, I think it'd be a big game for us, and hopefully an opportunity to get 3 points and move up the table. But United will prove a tough test, and as every team in this league does. But it'll be a big occasion for the boys, and hopefully the fans will be behind us yet again.
One local Cardiff guy who I'm sure everybody's looking forward to his return to Cardiff, Ryan Giggs. Have you played against Ryan before?
Yeah, I've played against him and managed to play with him in the Olympics. So that was obviously a great privilege. He's a fantastic player and a great icon within the game for players who've played at a club for however many years and got such a fantastic record. Ryan's definitely someone who's idolised around the world and someone who proves his worth week in, week out. I think it'll be a tough test, but the good thing about us at the club, we have a lot of belief within the camp, and whatever team he puts out, we're confident that we can keep him at bay, and communication will be key along with concentration to keep him at bay for 90 minutes will be a tough test, but one that we're more than capable of doing.
I'm here in the Disney store in St David's 2 for the Share the Magic Christmas event in aid of Valley's kids. So you've guessed it, this week's quiz theme is Disney.
Who teaches Mowgli the bare necessities of life?
Bruno.
Baloo. Obviously.
What?
I just tried to look at your thing, I couldn't see it.
What's the name of Mickey Mouse's dog?
Oh, that I should know. Wait, sorry?
Oh, it begins with a P.
It's a planet as well.
Pluto?
Yes!
Yeah.
Pluto.
Pluto! Yeah!
How many dwarfs are there in Snow White?
7.
Go ahead and name them.
I think I've got 4. Sleepy, Sneezy, Grumpy, Dopey. Yeah.
Sleepy, grumpy, happy,
And that's about it. I've got 4 in the lock. I'm not sure what the other 3.
Grumpy. Yeah. Sleepy. Bashful.
Sleepy, grumpy, happy. No, lost it. Sneezy. Oh, there you go. Should have got all of them.
Dozy. Dixie.
Dopey.
Dopey. Same thing. Dozy is dopey.
No one back there has got any idea for me either. No one's got any idea. No.
My wife will know every answer to that though.
Who is Jasmine? I just told you. Who is
Aladdin's girlfriend? Jasmine, I guess.
Tasman.
Who?
Oh, go on, tell me.
Jasmine.
Oh.
Jasmine.
Which 2 Disney princesses were awakened from a spell by a kiss?
Whoa.
Cinderella? No, it's not Cinderella. Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty. And
What was the other one? Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. What's the one with long hair?
No one back there has got any idea for me either. No one's got any idea. No.
go on.
Snow White.
Oh my god. Rubbish at these.
She must be here somewhere.
If you could be any Disney character, who would you be?
Peppa Pig.
Disney.
Oh, flip.
I'll be the Lion King then.
The Lion King.
Yeah.
Thinking which one of you guys is cool. Mickey Mouse is the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah, it's got to be Mickey Mouse, yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
I've got Mickey Mouse, yeah.
Why has it got to be Mickey Mouse?
No, it was my favourite growing up.
Oh, Baloo is good fun, isn't it? Baloo the bear.
Have you seen the Bear Necessities?
No, definitely not.
Is that the only one you've seen by any chance?
No, that was my favourite going back. I used to like Mickey and Minnie.
I'd be Sully.
Would you?
Yeah.
He's by there.
Yeah, he's behind you. He goes, ah.